watching, for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? 702 Visions, District 1104. And I got a very prominent person, man, in the community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who he is. Introduce yourself, big dog.
What up? Tula, man. I'm on Power 94, 3 to 7 every weekday, and we got a sports show in the chat, 9 to 11 on Saturdays.
Okay. 9 to 11 on Saturdays, man. I ain't gotta tell you, I ain't gotta tell you too much about him, man. We all hear him on the radio, weekly, daily. You know what I'm saying? We all see him. Very, very familiar, personality. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter where you from in the city. You heard of this guy. You seen this guy. You know what I'm saying? You know him. So first off, how long you been in the radio?
I did my internship. I was at UTC, did an internship, and they hired me during my internship. So I've been there, and it's 20 years now.
20 years.
20 years.
Man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's 2026, so you've been since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
That's a minute. So you done seen a lot. You was I can say you remember the before social media era.
Yeah.
Vividly, you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a few years before. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it was out by 2006, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't used.
It wasn't.
Now.
Yeah,
I remember
it wasn't nowhere near where it's at now. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so explain your experience from now to then, like how much you done grown, how much you done seen, how much you done learned. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man, it starting off at the beginning, it was just, man, when I first started, we had CDs. So before they would have they had records, they had tapes, they had 8 tracks, they even had reels that like the tape you'd have to spin and record. So when I got there, at least we had digital. So we recorded a commercial, it'd be digital, but we still had CDs that you'd have to put in sometimes to play. So I first got my start was they had me hosting stuff at first.
Right.
So I was like going to when we had events or if we were at the club or something like that, they would just have me host. But the first time I actually got in the studio was playing gospel tracks and Walk Baby Love.
Walk Baby Love.
So he had the countdown.
Every Sunday,
so he had the countdown, then he had the gospel track. So I would actually be in there, stay up all night, I had to bring a pillow with me, sleep in my car because I had an hour or two before I get, it would be Friday night, we were up all night, at a party or doing something, then come in, had to push the CD in, it'd play like 15 minutes, I had to bring the audio down, push play in our commercials, and then go back to the CD. So started doing stuff like that, and then ended up getting some overnights. I would do real late, from midnight to 3 a.m. on the weekends. Then I started doing a weekend show. Then we had our first mix show with Wally Sparks, and then later on.
Shout out Wally Sparks, man.
Plus some hard DJs with Mix and DJ Low and man, I'm forgetting people's names. Strict. I think Shy was part of it at the end.
Yeah.
So we, doing mix shows on Saturday night. So I had the Friday night house party and then Club 94, and then now I do the digital media stuff. So the digital media manager. So taking care of all the digital stuff and then some of the promotions, some of the giveaways that we do and the ways that we promote ourselves on the air and on socials and on our website. And now I do a show every weekday. The afternoon show with Zai. We do it 3 to 7, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday we have, a sports show with Nick with the Stats, Zai K, and CBZ. We do try to focus on local athletes,
right,
and a local perspective on sports overall.
Yeah. It sounds like you a busy man.
Yeah, it is a lot.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How would you rate radio as far as the effect it has on music compared to now back then?
To So everything changes and everything grows and everything. So radio's role in music
now
has changed.
Yes,
so
drastically.
Now we back in the day you would hear people say, "Oh, I broke a song on the radio," or the first time you might hear a song was the radio. Some people that still might be true. Some people might be the first time they hear a song might be on the radio, but that's not. It's not as common as it was before to play. To be like back there was a time when your mindset was I want to be the first to play this.
It was a time where it was just radio.
Yeah, and I want to be the first to play this.
You know what I'm saying?
They start here. There's a lot of artists I can think of that I did their first interview or we did their first interview
on the radio.
Or we
radio
played their
station.
first time they got a spin outside of their own city was here, or even within our own city here. But now with the social media, the internet, like it really puts a lot more on the artist. Before you had to have these relationships with labels and stuff like that. Now you don't have to have a label. You can be independent. You can, I mean, it's you have all the tools you need in your hand. Right. Just like recording music. It probably got easier over the years than it was before. You had to get a studio, but now I mean, people make records in their bedroom. So same thing with radio. It still serves a place for music, getting it out there, but it's not the place that you go to break music like it used to be. Like when somebody gets in the car, they traveling for 10 minutes, right? During that 10 minutes, they want to hear their song. And if you're breaking a new song they ain't never heard, that's 10 minutes. They might decide they want to listen to something else. Yeah. So, and now you have the ability to listen to whatever you want, wherever you want. So we really have to focus on making sure we play what people want to hear. Because there's so many other options they can pick. So we try to stay local, try to focus on local perspective of the music, and just make sure that we get people what they want to hear while they're listening.
When did you say that started to happen? Because you in the era of before all of that. We had hard copy CDs. You had to go to the store and buy.
I mean, some of the CDs, like
you know what I'm saying, like
I bought some CDs straight from the artist, like Jeezy's first mixtape. He handed me T.I.'s PSC in the Streets Part 3. Like I bought it from him for $5. Like before the artists like J. Cole's doing now. Like that's a throwback to the way they used to be. But I really have bought CDs straight from artists before.
So when did you say? What would you say? That when you seen the change.
So
what year? What time? What moment?
I would say it was probably around. I guess you would say the creation of when Apple Music. I think when they started putting a service together to where you didn't like used to when you would get MP3s or something like that. Yeah, you had to download it from somewhere, but then I guess when they started creating these services to where you could download songs, I started seeing the change in not only the way that the consumer took music in, but the way that labels and artists put music out. Like I remember, I think it's T.I. the first time I can come to mind right now is when he had like 7 songs on the chart at once. And that's because used to you would put out a single at a time. And you put out an album and then you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna run with this single next. I'm gonna run with this single next. But one of his albums I remember he put out and like because of streaming and because you could do downloads, everyone was on the chart. Now that's common now. Now when they drop the albums, you'll see
all that. You sure will.
So I say that's probably about the time that I see that there was definitely a change because
artists stopped putting in singles.
And even the streaming's even changed the length of songs. Before we would have 3 to 4 minute songs.
4 minute songs. Yeah.
But now because
3 verses. Like you couldn't wait to hear the last one.
Yeah. And
that shit crazy.
And they did
like
that.
It was a thing to be last on the verse. And go the hardest, or you know what I'm saying. That was a thing.
But because of streaming, because you don't get paid for how long they listen, you get paid for every time they listen. So the songs, I think, naturally got shorter because they wanted to be played more. So having the song, the hook, the beat, the hook, and then you had to play it again. So that's another. So I think that shaped the way and the time the music is because that's the way that they're gonna get paid for it. Is it the more and I think it's also why they drop so many. They drop so many because the more times they get played, the length of time is shorter because of it. And then now sometimes I listen to a song And I realized there was a lot of wasted time in a song. Like there's these runs where there's just music playing and nobody saying nothing. Or then like on some of the R&B songs, they sing the hook 4 times, and then they did one where they doing runs and stuff. It's like, okay, they were just dragging stuff out. Now compared to the way we do it now, you just get in, get out, and then let's on now on the next song or play this one again.
Okay. The hierarchy in radio. Okay, it starts where? It starts like the owner of the company, right? Yeah. Or I'm at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
then up under that is what? Program director?
General manager.
General manager.
That's gonna be over all of the. So there's 2 sides. There's a sales side, and then there's the side that does the music and does the radio. The terms locked out of my mind right now, but so there's basically 2 sides. You got the side that's working on getting advertising for local companies and national companies because they know people are gonna be listening to radios, help getting their products out there to help their businesses. And then you have our side, which is the side that's making sure that we got the music and the content that have people listening, so they do hear those. Okay. The people that are partnering with us.
So you got owner, general manager,
and then you got
program director.
Yeah, program director.
How important is a program director to a radio station? Because I hear so much about, this program director, that. You know what I'm saying? How important is the program director in radio?
It's really important. It's kind of like the head coach. So if you were going to look at it from a sports perspective, you'd have the owner, then you'd have the general manager, which was
who go get the players.
Yeah, you go get the players, the contracts,
who hired
the talent, the coach, and then you got the coach that actually he brings in the players. He has the talent, then he executes his game plan, and you either win or lose. So that's pretty much what the program director would be. The coach.
Okay, he'll be
the head coach.
The head coach.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just speak on real quick. I want to just get your, your opinion on this. Ebro. Here recently, he got fired from Hot 107 or let go. Something happened. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about it.
You know what I'm saying? He was talked about. He a well-known program director in New York at Hot 97. So when he was let go, him and the people that I guess did the show, with him, when they was let go, it was kind of a thing, an uproar, or talked about, so to speak. Do you believe he messed up New York radio?
See, because
that's something that they say in New York or up there. You know what I'm saying? In they neck of the woods. We down south.
Yeah.
We got our own. Thing.
Yeah. I don't really know that much about him because I'm not really a fan of New York style of rap, so I don't know much about their radio. I do know who he is,
right?
But what I know about him is from clips I've seen on social media or YouTube and stuff. So I don't know what as far as what he did with radio or what he's accused of or whatever. So I really couldn't speak to that. I'd just be speculating and guessing because I really don't know much about him at all.
Right.
But
based off what you done, heard or seen, what would be your opinion?
I need more. I don't know enough to say anything about it. I don't want to jump out on a limb or something. I just know his name, man. I can't even tell you the other people with him.
Facts. I don't know them neither. I don't know them neither, but I know when they happen,
I know this. There's a change in a lot of this, especially when you're at a market as big as New York. You see now, when you look at ESPN, I like to equate stuff a lot to sports because I understand sports a lot better. So
and people do too. It's easier to relate.
So when you look at who we tune into for sports, we're now gave the athletes their own voice with social media. So you'd rather hear from a guy that was actually in the trenches than hear from a guy that has been watching. And I'm not saying they don't, but they have a different perspective. So SVP, right? We've known him forever, so we respect him. There's people like Stephen A. you respect, but they ain't been in the he averaged 1 point a game or something. So when you start talking about what that, so who's more respected, you're probably going to lean more towards athletes now. They've got a lot of podcasts going. They're getting hired in a lot of the positions. Yeah. So maybe in New York they say, okay, this guy he don't make music. Not that I know of. I've never heard an Ebro song. Yeah. But you got Mace and Cameron doing a show that seems to be doing pretty good. They've been in the industry. They are from New York. Maybe they're looking at maybe doing something like that, or I don't know. I just know that I can see that if they were gonna change, like I don't know what they did wrong or what their ratings were, or if they had somebody doing a better job than they do. I don't know what the deal is.
I just wanted to get your respect because you in the radio, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. In the radio, that you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm familiar with them, and they were in a position that I think everybody that was, if they into radio, would probably aspire to be in a position and get to the point that they did. But I don't know really know much about. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, well let's get back to our business. Let's get back to Chattanooga business. I'm hearing, when I listen to the radio, I hear a lot of local. Well, I ain't gonna say local. I hear a lot of independent artists that's from the city. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say local. Is that on purpose? Is that a goal of Power 94?
Yeah, it's always been a goal. Like they started Street Flavor way before I got there. Yeah. Street Flavor is something that they were doing. I can't even tell you how many years. I know it's over 30 years ago. So I know they've been doing it for a while. They've changed it over the years on the way they were doing it. Like the way that we have an actual rotation. It's a rotation in our clock that's like any other rotation, like new hip hop songs, new R&B, and Street Flavor. And Street Flavor actually has where at the beginning I kind of tell you who this is. Right. So it's actually promoted higher than some of our other rotations. And then we got at least one song an hour, the same thing that we would like for a new hip hop song or for like there's different categories of how we play music. Right. So it is a real rotation, and we did that intentionally because there is a lot of talent here in Chattanooga, and limiting it to like one song a day or however it was before. Keith, which is our PD and our GM, he was really wanting to make sure that everybody realized just how much talent. He always prides himself on about how long we've been
Shout
doing
out to Keith Landecker, man. Shout out to Keith. He's been around a long time, man. Yeah, shout out to the big homie, man.
Yeah, and he's always talking about one of the beauties of Street Flavor is, and the many years we've done it, we've never run out of music. Like people are always sending stuff, always submitting stuff. Chattanooga artists are very talented. We've had some, reach the highest level, and I really feel like where we're between Memphis, is blown up. Atlanta's blown up. Like we're right in the middle of that. There, yeah. And then this city has always been the tastemakers for the rest of the country. If something does good here, and people like it here, then the rest of the country don't like it. And somehow Chattanooga is just
always in the middle.
All the way back to the Bessie Smith.
Always
the ear here that this community has and this city has for music is something that's always been there and always will continue to be there. Is that they know they know when they hear something, they know what's good and not, and then the rest of the country will catch on.
That's fact, man. It's a lot of people that people probably don't know that's doing big shit or have done big things. Like you just probably don't know of them.
And there's it's easy to see.
I mean, and it's been like that since I was like 15. Like when I jumped in doing music, it was, I was like 14, 15, and from that moment on, I've been knowing of people that do great things, you know what I'm saying, in music and just in general, you know what I'm saying, entertainment, period.
Yeah.
And
there's so many different jobs. Yeah, there's so many different jobs. Like it's easy to see like the names that we see on the billboards, or the ones that we see the pictures of, or the ones that we see headlining shows. But I mean, we got entertainment lawyers, we got producers, we got designers, we got so many people that are in so many positions that there's been times that I would be at different events in like Atlanta and stuff, and be around people that I'm looking around like, damn, I'm the only person not famous in here, and then. somebody walk up to me and like, yeah, I'm from Chattanooga too. I'm a entertainment lawyer. I'm a producer. And, you go to somebody's studio and you see plaques from artists. You be like, I didn't know you did that. So there's a lot of times you're not just in every facet of this industry and all industry. I mean, look at like sports. Like we got the big names that we all know about, but then there's players that contribute in the teams in every sport from this city. Coaches, trainers. There's a lot of people in this city.
It be blowing my mind sometimes when I like, and it's starting to show a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to show. We starting to get to know some of the names that's been doing great things. But man, it been like that. It been like that. It is. Like, do you see radio competing with, let's say, like, because radio at one point was the cream of the crop, right? And now y'all compete, I would say.
Yeah, I can see how you would say competing, but it's two different things. Like, to me, like, radio serves.
And I would say competing with like AI, competing with corporations that's distributing music and making it easy for artists. Do you feel like y'all competing with all of that?
Nah, I compete like me. I work for radio, but there's times I'm gonna stream music because it might be a purpose that something that I want to listen to, or amount of time that I want to set aside just for this album or just for this record. So there's always going to be that. So I don't see it as competing. We're trying to not only play music. So that's the thing, is if you think that radio is only to play music, then that's not the whole purpose of radio.
Okay.
Radio is to keep the city entertained and informed. Yeah. So sometimes people don't know about things that are going on in the city unless they listen to the radio.
Yeah,
I mean, you can go find it in online and stuff, but sometimes you might miss it. There's so much stuff out there. You get hit with so many. Like if you just scroll down your timeline, me and you both pull our phones right now. We're gonna see two different things, two different For You pages, two different feeds, like
different algorithms.
And so we might miss something the other one see, but then radio, if we know for sure there's an event going on or some kind of service that's going to help our community, or like today there's a job fair going on for the lookouts over at the South Chat Center.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so there's things
I had no idea.
That's things we're trying to get out. They got the new stadium coming, so that's things that we're able to help tell people about. There's a whole bunch of Black History Month events going on. You can go to our website, but you also can hear it if you listen to the radio. And you can't read and drive. You know what I'm saying? We try to do sometimes on our phone, and that's why mistakes happen.
Right.
But you really should. So, and then when you're at work, you can't. You're doing your job. You got the radio in the background. You can hear stuff that's going on. You got customers coming in. They hear stuff. So radio can be a lot of places that you might not be able to look at the TV. Might not be able to look at your phone, but you can hear. While you can multitask, so it's always going to serve a purpose, especially if you remember that it's not just about entertainment, it's also about informing, educating, and entertaining.
Yeah, that's fact. That is a fact. I knew that, but the way you broke it down.
I think as an artist, like you being an artist, I think you think about that because you want your music out there and you want to have people be able to hear it, consume it. But I think also people don't also think about, because even like watching TV, you'll see commercials and stuff, and sometimes they just trying to sell me stuff, but are they also trying to inform you?
Yeah. Like, see, I'm one of the people. Like, I came from back then. Like okay, and I done heard this on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what year you was born. 80s baby. All right, so we was born in the era where we got both sides. The before AI and technology and the after. You know what I'm saying? Older than us, they kind of still trying to catch up. Ain't really live it in it. You know what I'm saying? And the younger generation, they grew up in it. They don't know.
They don't know what was before that.
They don't know what was before that.
Like trying to tell them how to I was talking to somebody the other day trying to give them directions somewhere. And they were like, I'll just use my phone. It's like, man, if that phone dies, if you lose signal, then what are you gonna do? You gotta. So like we kind of like in that middle where we experience both sides. Mm-hmm. So it's like I still believe radio is the cream of the crop over streaming. I think
I think artists should really try to get on the radio. Me personally, not like streaming is a big thing for as I want to say is name. It's you know what I'm saying, like far as what you get out of it.
Yeah.
I think you get more out of radio than you get out of streaming.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Yeah,
do you agree?
I can see if you're talking like perspective of like there's so many options out there to stream, but if you played on the radio here, then that's saying that like we said, that if Chattanooga is a place that's a tastemaker and they hear, so if we're playing something, then that should be something that should be something you aspire to be on or something. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where anybody can just put themselves on stream nowadays. But yeah. So everybody gets on the radio.
I think there's more money in radio than just streaming. You'll make more money getting your song played on radio.
That part I don't understand because I haven't been an artist, but I do know that a lot of people complain about how they get the money anyway as an artist. I feel like they, as a producer or artist, as a creative, I don't know that they actually get any stream of income from their art is actually beneficial to them is more than it is like the corporations or the owners of like the streaming platforms or the labels. Like I don't know where the money would come from. It's but it can you get it. Help you know what I'm saying? You use it right. Yeah.
Like you get it because I do it. You know what I'm saying? I know people who do it, so you get it. But being in rotation on that radio and you got your, you know what I'm saying, you got your business together, like you'll get more, you'll make more publishing, more, you know what I'm saying, more royalties through the radio, my opinion.
I don't know much
you don't
about
really,
it. I don't want to. I don't, because I'll be telling a lie. I don't know.
All right, so okay. Back then we used to have River Rose, Family Affair. We had Battle of the Bands. We had a lot of events that the radio station put forth. You know what I'm saying, and brought to the city, which made y'all big, which made, you know what I'm saying, made it good business. I'm assuming when, you know what I'm saying, as it was going on. Like, why don't we see that now?
Well, I can't speak to all those things because some of those things were before I got here.
Right.
And I was never in a position to put those events on. A lot of times we were, while I was here, a lot of times we were promoting, like promoters come in, they have events they want to do, they partner with us, we figure out a way that we can help them, and some of those things we actually did put on ourselves. But I think the overall perception is sometimes that we did something because we were promoting it or announcing it, and it might not have been actually fully our event. So sometimes things that didn't go so well, we would get blamed for because we're the ones promoting it. Or, but I think as far as like why we don't do them, I think there's several reasons. But one of the issues we just have, and again, I can't say this is exactly why. It's just my opinion.
Right.
Is issues that I've seen with my own eyes. Like we've been on the field before, like Drumline, and I'm looking up at the stands, and I'm just seeing people fighting. I could just see fight over here, fight over here, fight over here, and you're like, this is an event for families. You know what I'm saying? These tickets were $10. And everybody at the radio station pride themselves in making sure that the tickets for our things were affordable for the whole family. And sometimes it didn't seem like that worked out for us because there'd be people that would just start fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it was the age, maybe it was, I don't know what the issue was, but it happened a lot. Then our number one concern is safety, right? So when you start looking at how can we prevent this? So getting more officers, getting more security, that brings the price up. And then you start looking at like I can remember the last step show we did, and I had a lot to do with those. I had a lot to do with because I would actually go.
Yeah, I remember the step show. They used to be at the Memorial Auditorium.
Yeah. So I would go get all the step teams, do all the stuff behind the scenes, like working like getting the teams on and out. They would work on getting the artists, and so we come up with a lineup, who's gonna go when the people perform. And, I was like, okay, yeah, it's the holiday. That person gonna send an email right now. So like being able to, even though it's syndicate, I mean they are right down the street, and they try their best to be a part of our local community. They know our streets. They know. Man, I remember when Jock had the #1 song in the country. When he had Going Down, #1 song in the country. And his birthday, he came here, and he even said it when we were in the whole note. He was like, I could have been anywhere in the world. I got the #1 song in the country. I chose to come to Chattanooga
for my birthday.
Let's turn up.
Yeah.
And everybody,
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I want to say I remember that.
So it's more than just like to us. He's family. Like he's always he knows people here. He comes here. They don't just come out and like pop out everywhere, but they do come here. This is a place that it's a getaway for a lot of people in Atlanta.
Do you think we got that relationship because we down the street, or we got that relationship with Atlanta because we Chattanooga?
I think both.
We got something to bring to the table.
I think both. I think being close helps, but I think that the track record speaks for itself. I think that I've heard Trick Daddy mention it, where he said that if you got your song played in Chattanooga, you won't get your song played anywhere. I've heard T.I. mention it. T.I. brought his own son here and told him, like even on that show, he told his son, he said, if you can make it in Chattanooga, if they like your stuff in Chattanooga, then I'll invest in you a little bit. Like
y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Like
he was on the show. Like he said, you have to go to Chattanooga first, and he trusts Chattanooga to tell his son whether or not his stuff was good, or to see if it had any emotion here, that he felt like that's a good sign. I should push this somewhere else. But there was times he was driving. I remember when T.I. drove his own car from Atlanta up here, and a '96 Impala pulled up to the back of the club and came in these guys knew that if Chattanooga liked them, that meant something.
Facts. Alright, let's talk about the talent. Who you familiar with in the city?
I'm not familiar with everybody. So some people got an advantage of that because they grew up with people, went to school with people. So I don't know everybody. I'm going to be honest, I don't know everybody, but it's also an advantage for me because I'm not going to pick favorites. I'm only going to let the music speak for itself.
Right.
And it's a team of us. It's not just me. So we have a team listening to Street Flavor. We play the song, we listen to it, and then we all kind of critique what, and then I try to, if there's a possibility that something could be tweaked or some feedback I could give. Sometimes we just have to move, okay, this just ain't radio. But yeah, I'm a fan of a lot of Chattanooga artists, but I'm not even gonna attempt to name nobody because I'm gonna leave somebody out and they're gonna feel disrespected or think that it's intentional.
I did that. but you are familiar with a lot, or a nice.
So one of the I might not know what area from Chat they from, or who they with, or none. I might not know none of that. I just know I know good music when I hear it, and I know a lot of artists, and I try to give feedback where I can. I try to always have a open door, open phone, open email, and to everybody that's got music to send it so we can.
Okay. When an artist send their music to the radio and get it played, if it's an opportunity or a chance for a next step, what would it be?
Well, see that's on their hustle. That's on the
so
artist.
That's
hustle.
all on the artist.
Yeah. We don't have like my job is to play music that people want to hear. And then you come across a song that's probably got some potential to take a next step. Because I know out of all the songs that y'all get and receive, you probably don't feel like that with each one. But I'm pretty sure it's some. So I can tell you what we have done. I'll tell you what we have done. So Keith is real big on using the relationships and the people that we know that come to our city and have come to our city to that work with artists. So producers, labels, A&R. So there's quite a few of those people that we've sent several Chattanooga artists their music. Sometimes it's hard to find. Like we've sent the actual YouTube links or Facebook or like whatever we could find it. We've sent it to major. Yeah. So and we've had people that actually flew just to chat to meet with some of the people that we sent the music to. So a lot of that stuff's behind the scenes. No, we're kind of like, it's hard to tell like. If I told you I'm sending your music to such and such, you want to know what such and such said, right? So it is not something.
And you're gonna tell everybody. You're gonna post it on Facebook and Instagram and shit. Like,
so what we try to do is just like, okay, this sounds good. Let's just send everything we got. So there's times where Keith and I'll sit down and we'll say, okay, we've already went through all the stuff. We got what we're playing, even stuff that we might not be able to play because of its content or because of its language. We still sent that note because like this was good, but we couldn't play this. But let's send it. Right. And we've done that. We've done that several times. And that one day there'll be artists that'll be able to tell those stories. That's not our stories to tell. We just take the music and we do play it. But as far as like them getting like deals and stuff like that'll be on them. But we will put it when we can. We'll put it in front of people that we know.
That's we have, and I think that's dope, man. I think that's dope. And I feel like artists should, especially in the city, I feel like artists should be a little more hands-on with the radio, and vice versa. I think the radio should be a little more hands-on with, more of the community that they in.
Yeah, I tell you, so one of the things that in Mika,
shout out to Mika. Mika, your speaker. Shout out to Mika.
She was one of the people that was saying this last year. So we have the Chattanooga Hip Hop Week.
Yeah.
That we just do they do all the work. We do the promotion. We try to help get the word out there. But there's times where they have people from the industry coming here to give them the game, to tell them the knowledge they need, and nobody shows up. We had Zaytoven here. And there were so many tables that me and Mika were like, he's telling them everything. He's giving the history of how he knows Chattanooga, the people he's worked with here, how he wants to work with artists from here right now, and how many artists you think was there to hear it and start working with.
I got a reason. I don't know if it's the reason, but I got a reason as to why maybe that was probably because it was during a weekday.
It was a weekend, wasn't it? Friday and Saturday?
That Chattanooga hip hop where y'all had the events where the people.
Oh yeah, some of those.
A lot of those days. But a lot of it be during the week when people, the people that's really, they probably working or got, all that type of stuff, and they miss it.
Yeah, I feel you. But those are like the individual like breakout things where they like somebody from I'm trying to think who it is. This the art. They'll have like a art thing over here, and then somebody
I've been very like in tune with that Chattanooga Hip Hop Week, and
but like that,
and I've missed a lot of stuff because it's during the week, and
But the Zaytoven thing, I'm pretty sure it was either Friday or Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, and it was at night.
Sunday, like people, most people off Saturdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Most.
Yeah.
The people that's really
But to rebut that though, you got so much time that you could ask off, try to get that day taken. Because if you want to invest in your craft, you're gonna figure it out. Like you were saying, and that's an investment. It's an investment of time. It's an investment in intention. Like sometimes you gotta be intentional. Like you might, it's not convenient for me, but I intentionally set this day aside because this guy's gonna be here in the city, and he's somebody that has put out music with all these stars, and he knows something that I might know. He might say something I've heard before, but he says in a way that this time it clicks. Or he might say something that inspires me and motivates me to take my craft a little bit harder, or go a little bit further. So those things, like when you see, like it's always the first week of October, and those that conference is always the weekend of the first week of October.
Yeah, so all the events when they perform,
those other ones
that be on the weekend.
Yeah, I want y'all to. I want people to do that, but the main thing
is
the weekend, and that's the conference when they try to have people come that are actually gonna give you knowledge or help you, give you some of the stuff that I can't, like some of the questions you asked me, they'd be better off to do that because I don't do the music part. But we do have people come here that do offer that, and that's intentional, who they bring and who they try to book. And
yeah. I can honestly say, you know, the Chattanooga Hip Hop Week, I done went to every one each year. I went, like, probably not all the events, but like I done went to something, you know, every year they have it.
Because I think so far, as far as like artists, they've had Bundy, they've had
there's been some people.
Dames came.
Yeah.
You know,
There's been some people. Starlito. There's been some people. Yep. And I think it's good. You know what I'm saying? I think that bridge, cause like we need like a middleman or a bridge to connect with the people that make the decisions, got the game, got the info, got the resources, and the people that's trying to get to a certain level, putting in the work, doing this, doing that. Like it's something. Yeah, in Chattanooga, the Chattanooga Hip Hop Week, like that's some sort of a bridge to connect that.
Yeah.
But
I feel you. I think that would be beneficial. But it's hard for the people that are those middlemen to put events together and nobody comes to feel like they need to do more.
Yeah.
It's like we've had it. You know, we got a year to plan on this, and then the year comes, and then there's people that can benefit from this, and they ain't here. So yeah, I think there's work to be done on all sides. I think everybody can look at. Like, I think the artists also need to look at themselves like, what can I do? How can I make myself more available? And then the committee also look at themselves like, is there anything we can change to make this more available?
Can the opposite be applied? Like, of course, everybody, they got the team, they got the people that they do to do what they do, to put this together, scout, talk to this person, talk to that person. Is it any reason why, like, more people that's like somebody that's really embedded in the culture or in, you know what I'm saying, that can really like move and shake and get people, like is it a lot of those people on that board, on that staff, or in that room making those decisions?
Oh, you talking about for the Hip Hop Week?
Yeah.
I'm not part of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak on that, but I do know, like, I know several of the people that I've been involved with through them. I mean, they seem to like Grimy, that was it, Iggy's Loudmouth podcast. I mean, it seems to be people that are connected to doing music and
facts. Shout out to C Grimy, shout out to Iggy.
And then
Loudmouth podcast.
Mike. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's and then
I've seen a lot of people. You got the MFA. Music, fashion.
Yeah, they also
arts,
do. They do something. They do 423 week.
Yeah, I done been to all these events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I see. You know, but
so that should be coming up soon because they had the 423 week. 423 day.
You know, I'm a 423. You know, ambassador. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. You know, and I came up doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I see what you're saying, but I also, again, I feel like the day and age that we are, I'm just gonna be real. I think the day and age that we are, like the work that you're doing to do what you're doing right now, right? That takes work, that takes intention, that takes time, it takes money. And I think that when you're an artist, I think it's gonna take that same intention, that same research, that same study for them to get themselves out there because the game is not hidden. Like the everything's right in front of us now.
Right.
Our phones can do so much, our computers can do so much. And that it shouldn't be somebody else working harder than the person that needs to get on. You know what I mean? Like they should be the ones working the hardest. And that's not just in the studio. That's with who they put themselves around. The way that there's a budget for the music, right? There's a budget for the what we're gonna wear and our wardrobe and the clothes that we're gonna have on, the jewelry we're gonna have on.
You got it.
Where's that money for? Where's that money for? The
marketing,
the ads,
the
marketing,
all that,
like all that stuff matters too. If you look at the labels, that's what they
where they put the money.
They put the money, and then, but you know what they do? Then they charge you for it though. They give you an advance to buy the ads for you, and then charge you for it.
Yeah.
So just take that money and put it yourself. Invest in yourself. Like there's plenty of blueprints now of artists showing you can do this yourself. So many independent people taking their own money, putting it in, using the same algorithm. And like my boy Ty, he went to school with me. We did parties here together. We did a homecoming party.
Right.
Me, him, and Chevis did a homecoming party with the station. We had Pastor Troy. We had Rashida. It was for UTC. It was huge for us.
Shout out to Chevis, man. I remember Chevis, man.
And Ty's he's over Brent Fires and Tommy Rich. Was it Richard and Richmond? The one that had the Money Baby song, or I mean the million dollar the TikTok viral song. I can't think what it is right now, but anyway, he took his own data, like we were talking about before the camera started rolling. He took his own data and was looking at, he's putting music out there, and instead of focusing on, okay, my city might not understand me, so he putting the music out there. They based out of Atlanta. He putting the music out there, and he's seeing that it might be doing better in Washington. So he booked stuff in Washington. He get a venue, put money in the venue, put a show together, send the flyers out there, pays for a street team. They book a show, sell out. I'm in Washington now because my music's doing good in Washington. Now the algorithm and the data I'm getting says my music's doing good in St. Louis. I'm in St. Louis now. Yeah. So you got to use that data. And if you ain't the guy that knows how to read the data, and get you a guy that can read the data. But you're just investing in yourself. And then there's plenty of people you can watch out there, learn the game. Ty, Worldwide Ty is one of them. Check him out. He's always giving the game. Man. Shout out to Worldwide was it his podcast, Fuck You Money? I mean, we went from having to borrow food and line that he's got $1 million homes and stuff now. So yeah, he knows what he's talking about, and that's all independent. That's something that they did on their own.
That's fact. Do you, if you an artist right now, knowing what you know, would you sign or would you stay independent?
It depends on what your goal is. I think if you just want everybody to know your name, then it's hard not to sign a label because the label's got relationships. The label gonna fuck you though. Do you want money, or that's what I'm saying? It depends on what you want out of it. Now, if you want opportunities, because labels, if you do, okay, so if you can go with a label and they're gonna take a big chunk. They got 360 deals, so they get all that kind of stuff, and then you don't get that. They're taking most of your money. But you become famous and everybody in the world knows who you are, and then you use that to get you deals on other things and in other lanes. Like you might partner on some commercials. You might partner on use that with some relationships that you build to. So that's a great strategy. Do you think the labels are putting something in the fine print? I mean, you should. That's why you got to defend that. That's why you need a lawyer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why you need a lawyer.
I'm pretty sure they gonna try to take all your stuff for a lot of years to where. But it'll be a while for you get your own. You know what I'm saying? For everything is yours.
Yeah,
they'll own it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just depends. Like I can't say what all the contracts look like, but I do know there's a lot of them that seem like if you make music like from my understanding, like Outkast, who had one of the biggest records ever, the reason why they didn't make any more albums, they still owe their label a record, and they never got to sit at the table like in NBA and NFL. You have a good season, you get to sit down and renegotiate. I don't know if that's always the case with artists. Again, I'm on a different side of it, but I can tell you that a lot of artists, that's why they use their show money. That's their money. So that's why they might book shows and get signing with a label. They might get them more money per show than they would have doing it independently. I don't know. I guess it depends on what your goal is. Do you want to be a household name, or do you want to There's one of the record reps I met, one of the ladies I met. She would get a lot of artists, and she would try to tell them, try to teach them the game, there's only a few people making a lot of money, but if this is what you really like to do, and I can promise you that doing it the way we're doing it, you can get $100,000, $200,000 a year doing what you love to do. just follow this plan. She said you'd be surprised how many people think that's not enough, but then go to sign a label thinking they're gonna get more because their name's out there and get less. So there's a way to do this and live comfortably and be able to do what you. It's like, you know, there's people that are streaming now and they're making, you know, crazy money just doing what they normally do.
Every month.
And so if some artists would just figure out that, okay, if I do it this independent way, I don't have to be known everywhere, but if I just follow the data, book shows where the data tells me how many streams, book shows where people are buying, are going to buy my tickets, instead of trying to be on the face of everything, then maybe you can have a comfortable life just doing what you love. Or is it about having because a lot of the artists you see with that lifestyle that they show isn't real. It's fake.
It's fake, yeah. Being behind the scenes, being a guy that's been associated and affiliated with people, like you say, you bought Jeezy CD from him, T.I., all these people you can name that you talked to, that you met, that you ran into, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's personal, whether it's, you know, Power 94 related, you know, whatever the case. Give me one of the people that stood out. And, you know, give me an experience that stood out to you. Out of all the people that you done.
Yo Gotti is the one I had to say is hands down the one that like I would say we were friends.
Fact.
Yeah. Like,
why would you say that?
Because he would call me just out of nowhere, just call, how I'm coming to the city. He would come. After he would finish whatever he was booked for, he'd be like, "Where are we going?" Like he would be going wherever he wanted to go to the college party with me. So he like, I got to do my show. I go meet him where he had to go and do his stuff, and then me and his team would leave and we go to wherever I was planning on going.
Right.
There'd be times where, like when he was the Blockburners, I remember one time we were at a show. I want to say it was D Scott show for sure, and I want to say it was
shout out to D Scott, man.
I want to say it was Youngbloods, and it was when they had 232 or Chaos, one of the ones that was on Lee Highway. And so I remember I brought Gotti with me. We was on stage and they were performing their song, and it was right before Youngbloods walked out. D Scott was like, "Tula, what are you doing? You got these people on the stage." And I was like, "That's their song." And he's like, at first he didn't realize that I wouldn't just have anybody on your stage. Like that's the they performing their song.
Right.
But I still probably should have. I didn't see him. I probably didn't go about it the right way, but I was thinking, I just brought.
You were just doing something.
I thought they
like
probably happy that I brought somebody.
You didn't do nothing that you thought was.
Yeah. But that was But yeah, he was at like we went to basketball. Like he would come to the UTC basketball game with me. Time of ride when we go eat crystals. His homeboy fell asleep, sleep on my couch while they were on campus. Like, hey, could he sleep on the couch while that would be, that would be the number one relationship I think I met or had.
And speaking of Gotti, man, like shit, he a long way from that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember Gotti back then, or the time you talking about. Not saying he wasn't him back then, but like he reached a way bigger plateau.
Yeah, I remember local history. So we used to have summer jams, and this one particular summer jam we were having, Gucci Mane was supposed to be performing. A week before is when the Gucci Mane and Jeezy stuff happened.
Right.
And so Gucci gets arrested. So now he's not gonna be at the summer jam. And so we short an artist. So I asked Keep It Magic, hey, can we have my homeboy, he's Memphis, people like him. He's like, he's got full-time hustler. It's like, it's pretty good, the streets, people like it. And so they called some people in Memphis to check on it or whatever, and so we ended up having him come. And I remember telling him like, hey man, when to be there and everything. He called me like, yeah, they just told me, I just talked to the dude. He's like, yeah, come on, go ahead, come. So he comes, and I tell him, when he gets to the show or whatever, I tell him, hey man, I need you to come over here now. He's like, what? It's like, yeah, you can open. Man, I ain't opening, I don't want to open. So, it's like you were saying before, it used to be a thing, want to be the last verse. Well, you never want to be the first person.
You never want to be
Well, I convinced him to do it because we were going to do an after party. He was like, do this, and then we'll go. Yeah, so he ended up doing it. The next time we had him, he was the headliner. And so we were about to walk in, and I was like, and I brought that to his attention. I was like, hey man, remember the first time? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, this time you headlining. He was like, what? It's like, yeah, you're last. And that's when he had 5-Star Chick.
Yeah,
so,
5-star Chick.
Yeah. So just to see his growth and to see him grow from where, but he was somebody that was like that. He bought himself out of a bad deal. He was always about his business. He was. I'm not surprised by his success at all, because the interactions that I had with him and the time that I spent with him, I could see he was always focused on his bag, head was always on a swivel, always talking, making relationships, calling me, touching base with me, seeing that his songs are playing, saying, hey, I see my songs playing. Like, he would keep up with his numbers. For sure. Like, I see my songs are playing, blah, blah, blah. Now, did he have anything new with me? No. I did play his music when I was there, but everybody played his music. But him still thinking that he wanted to call me and say, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I see the song playing or whatever. And then one time, the last time he came, when he did the 5-Star Chick thing, he did me a whole show, like my whole Club 94, he did intros, drops, and everything. Somebody deleted it. Hopefully it was an accident, but I never got to play them.
Right.
I went to the show, came back, and it was gone. But and all that, he was talking about how when I first came here, you were who I messed with first. You can't come to Chattanooga without hollering at Tula. And he was. I would say that's number one.
For sure.
No doubt.
Shout out to Yo Gotti, shout out to CMG. It's a Tennessee thing, man. I think we're a big staple in hip hop, even though we ain't portrayed that. It's a lot of good things come from Tennessee. Yeah. Like, we ain't got that, recognition like a New York, like a Georgia, as far as Atlanta, LA, as far as California. You know what I'm saying?
I think
even Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Illinois, you know what I'm talking about? But like, it's some big things come out of Tennessee.
Yeah, some pioneers like 3-6, 8-Ball MJG, Gangsta Boo. Like, we had some of the first female artists that were like that. We had, then we had when G Unit was out, and then we had Young Buck, and then we definitely, the state, it's definitely been putting on for hip hop.
Facts. All right, so you do the Power 94's media, right? Like you said,
Yeah, some of them. There's a team of us,
team. Okay. What would you say your biggest obstacle is?
The biggest obstacle to,
as far as like what would you say a reason that something that you want to do probably don't happen? Is any do y'all have anything that y'all try to do that is not successful as you think? You know what I'm saying? Based on the media.
I think that I think it's all. I think everybody has the same struggles, whether it's
because it's like you competing with a lot of people on this internet.
Yeah, I think that we all have the same struggle. I think that it's getting your content in front of eyes, and you have a platform that's built to get in front of eyes, but it's also built to monetize that for themselves. So whoever is willing to pay, or however it goes about, how the algorithm decides. So you're constantly battling updates. You're constantly, like, every time there's an update, there's a change and stuff. There's one way we were doing something last week, we got changed this week because now you can't put links in this, and now you gotta put links here.
The platforms don't like links.
They sometimes you can post something like, now I'm noticing
they want you to stay right there.
Yeah. So now, like, if you post it made it real convenient, even though I'm by the same company overall, for you to put Instagram Reel shared with a Facebook. So you post it on Instagram, and it automatically goes to Facebook. But if you use audio from Instagram, it now recognizes it different on Facebook. So now you've cleared it in terms on Instagram, but now that audio might be a copyright violation on Facebook because the rights for that song was okay for Instagram, but it's not okay for Facebook. So just little things like that, you have to constantly be checking and updating.
It's a lot of guidelines.
Like, so now, like, if you get an update, you might just hit okay, update. But when I get an update, I'm looking to see what is changed about the way I had to do my job.
Yeah, that's fact. All right, I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. Real quick before we get up out of here, man. Any advice for any artist, whether it's local, whether it's just somebody out of the blue that want to tap in, you know what I'm saying, right now, like what advice do you have, and how can you help them improve, whether it's radio or whether it's media, because you connected with both?
I think they gotta have, you gotta be willing to invest in yourself. Now you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's not always money. It's not always the only
your work.
Yeah,
spend money on
money.
your product.
It's time.
Spend it.
Time. Nobody's gonna come across country, knock on your door, and say, "Hey, come get this money."
Nah.
You have to go get. You have to knock down the doors yourself. You have to put yourself in this position. Everybody that's made it out of this city or any city, it worked. When Gotti was in a city where he felt like, I'm just going back because I've seen his growth. He was in a city where he felt like the people that were on didn't mess with him. Like his first mixtape was about 3 6 Mafia. Now he liked Ball and G, but he felt like 3 6 Mafia didn't really mess with him like that. And he felt like they should be helping and putting on because he's
from coming. Yeah.
And he never felt like that. So he created his own stuff and made his own lane. And I think that's why he worked so hard on putting local artists on, because he know how that felt when he felt like they weren't doing that for him. And so he had to go out. Like he was coming here. He was going on the road. And then like I said, my boy T.Y. find out where you don't have to. If you don't feel like Chattanooga, find out where you hot at. Use your analytics. Use that data.
Use your data. Find your data. Get your data. Use it. You know what I'm saying?
And then as far as like what I can tell you, like as far as like what we look for is, you can't have cuss words in it. And sometimes I think you might not realize what cuss words are. So if it's something you can't say in church, you're not going to be able to say it on the radio. The N-word is often the word that I hear a lot. And I'm like, I can't believe like you can't play that on there. Yeah. And then also another thing that y'all ad libs, you might take it out. You might take it out. Another thing, when you do the clean, it's best to do it when you're in the studio and not doing it after the fact, because sometimes the best way,
make the song clean as you can.
Because then you reverse. If you just reverse the cuss word, it actually changes the beat. So, or if you just drop out. If I was gonna go edit your song,
change the vibe. Of the song.
And I take out the cuss word and I mute it. It mutes track 2, so then there's like a blank spot.
Take away the vibe.
And then, or if I just reverse it, it messes with the beat. So it's best to let the engineer or however you're doing it, if you're editing, edit the audio, edit the cuss words out of the lyrics, out of that part, and not over the whole song after it's been mixed down and mastered. Like you better do that. And
go back to the original. Go back to the original.
And edit that line. And then also like sometimes there'll be little intros, like you know how DJ tags and producer tags. Sometimes there's cussing in those that you're missing, and that might, you know what I'm saying. And then he says several times throughout the song like, "It's Big Tula, motherfucker, Big Tula, motherfucker." And then I was like, I can't play that. And then so just be mindful when you listen to it. You're listening for the cuss words, and then another one. Okay, so we our program director and our assistant program director, who's also our music director of Magic, they're real big on sometimes going back to the label and telling them we need a song cleaner than the one they sent us. So sometimes we'll get a song and we'll hear it and it was like, it needs to be, she'll tell them that needs to be cleaner. I've actually heard her that Wednesday requesting a song and even trying to clean up and then just calling like, no, this got to be cleaner than this.
Right.
So some of the times it's not just the cuss words, but the content. So, unfortunately, we live all across the country, but especially here in the city, we have violence. We talked about some of the things that
and it messes a lot of things up. It messes a lot of things up.
And so when you have a song and you talking about I'm pulling up to the red light and I'm shooting or something, I'm just giving an example of some of the stuff I've heard. It hits different when that's my red light too, and that's my cousin or my neighbor or my. So it's just different when you hear that violence from a local artist. I think it hits me different because I'm thinking like that's people we know. You know what I'm saying?
Type thing.
And so even on those songs like that, national songs say that we ask them to edit that part. So trying to edit that stuff out too. We don't want we got kids listening to on the bus rides to school and stuff like that. And so sometimes that song might not be a radio song. It might be a hard song.
You might play that at Saturday night turn up.
Yeah, it just might not be the song.
And not in the morning.
For you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that no song will ever get played that has content like that, but it's just the way like it's presented or the way that it's said. Like sometimes there's words and ways that you might talk about money or talk about let's say like a drug reference that people might not recognize, but if it's just flat out you saying something like, let me say, like say fentanyl. We're not gonna edit that out. We're not taking that out because people are overdosing on that. We're losing people we care about from that. So and whether it's losing them because they died from using it or overdosing, or whether we lost them because they got arrested for it and now they spending years behind bars. Those are some of the things that might not be considered a cuss word, but still a content that we don't want to play on radio. That nationally is not really allowed on radio, and actually the FCC is not allowing us to have that kind of content, and then we could get fined. So there's reasons why some of that stuff. So I know some people might think that it's a national thing. It's not just us thinking this. We have standards we have to follow and criteria things.
That's fact, man. I can go on and on, you know what I'm saying, hollering at you about you know, the game, radio, politics, artists, you know what I'm saying, but unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we just got, you know.
That's why they make episodes.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get a part 2 in.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully we get a part 2 in, and we can do this again, man. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate everybody watching, man. 702 Visions, District 1104. Shout out to everybody at Power 94. You know what I'm saying? A staple in the community. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. You know, in the city. You know what I'm saying? Power 94. I know we got other stations, but you know that is the one when you mention Chattanooga in my eyes. I don't know about everybody else.
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody at Power 94. Once again, I appreciate you coming, man, and hopefully we do this again.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me, man.
And I appreciate everybody watching that's been tuning in, man. So we appreciate y'all. We out.
True.